Hey, what's going on, everyone? Your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up. Apologies for that start. I don't know what my camera was doing. Anyway, it is now time to discuss WWE Payback 2017. Was it a good show? Was it a bad show? Let's dive right into it. I'll say one thing at the start. It definitely gave me a curveball. My predictions were not as spot on as I thought they would be. But let's dive right into it. As I said, so the kickoff, no surprise here. I was very pleased to see Enzo and Cass defeat the club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Enzo getting the pin over Luke Gallows after Cass broke up a Magic Killer attempt, the tag team finisher. That was good. They need the momentum more than the club. As I've said in previous videos, I believe the club should have been drafted to SmackDown Live. They have no purpose on Raw anymore. So, yeah, too bad, so sad. Anyway, next was the Miz TV with Finn Balor. It did what it was supposed to do, just a little pop for the crowd for Finn Balor, and then dropkick on the Miz and such. Wasn't anything important other than Finn Balor making a statement, I want my title back. So is he going to be the man to go after Brock Lesnar, who apparently is not defending his championship until the Raw July pay-per-view, which was called Bad Blood, but as I predicted, they changed their name, except for something absolutely ridiculous. Great Balls of Fire. Ridiculous, WWE. Hilarious, but ridiculous. So, will it be Balor? Will it be Reigns? Will it be Strowman? We're going to find out in a few months, I guess. So, Brock Lesnar is being Brock Lesnar with the title. He's hoarding it the best he can. So, way to go. Next, we move on to the main show. And it kicked off. I was not expecting Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship to kick off, but what do you know, it did. And guess who won? Chris Jericho by submission. I haven't seen anyone submit to the walls of Jericho since Jack Swagger at the Network Roadblock special in Toronto, where I was there live in March 2016. So that was a surprise, but there was some great storytelling. Kevin Owens' finger making it to the rope for the breakup of the first walls in this match, and of course at WrestleMania after the code breaker. So Jericho finally snapped and went after that hand and banging it off the stairs. So Kevin, you couldn't reach, tapped out. Jericho, you fooled me, buddy. Well done. Oh, I was very, very pleased to see him win. It was great. It was great. It's Chris Jericho, and he's leaving soon, but apparently not as soon as we thought. And then moving on to the next match, we had the WWE Cruiserweight Championship of the World, the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville. I love saying it like that. Defending once again against Austin Aries. I love their match at the kickoff of WrestleMania. This match was okay, and as I predicted, Neville did keep his championship, but Austin Aries won by disqualification. He had him locked in the last chancery, and Neville looked like he was about to tap, but grabbed the referee and just pulled him into Aries and himself breaking the move up, and then the referee rang the bell. I was expecting just Perkins to cost the match, but no, didn't happen. I'm not too sure which match in my predictions I suspected there would be a disqualification or counter. If it was this match, I give myself kudos, but in the end, it wasn't a good feel moment. But anyway, Neville is still the champion. That's the one thing I'm happy about. Moving on, we had the Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. The Hardy Boys defending against Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro. Oh, why don't you guys do that anymore? It was one night, one wonderful night on television. So it was a great match as usual, considering their singles matches have been pretty good for the past few weeks, and of course WrestleMania. Jeff got a tooth knocked out. Matt was bleeding, I believe, from his eye during the match, and there was more blood afterward. Like, ooh, man, the Hardys, they don't screw around. PG got nothing on them. Nothing. Oh, just if you're curious, if anyone remembers Kurt Angle doing this on Raw to Maurice, I've been begging him to do that on Facebook for at least a month, just to do this. I don't know why. It's hilarious. Anyway, the Hardy Boys did retain after, I wouldn't say a sneaky tag, but Sheamus obviously didn't see it. He went for a pin on Matt Hardy, and Jeff Swanton bombed his way to victory, pinning Sheamus. Another handshake after the match, teasing, but as I predicted, Sheamus and Cesaro did turn heel and attack the Hardy Boys afterward, cutting Matt open too with a bro kick, I think. So yeah, Sheamus and Cesaro are now heels. I'm fine with that. I'm just glad they're still together. They're great. They're great. I'm fine with this decision. We'll see where it goes, right? Next off, we had the WWE Raw Women's Championship on the line. Bayley defending against Alexa Bliss. This was the major downer of the night, simply because Alexa Bliss is someone I don't take seriously as a champion. Like, she's never impressed me that much as a champion, says her SmackDown Live reigns. It's like Kevin Owens with the Universal title, except Kevin is way, way more funnier. Um, so I'm not too happy about that, especially with plans for Bayley Sasha over the summer, which might still happen. Bayley might get it back. But I've learned something over the past few months. Raw, you are terrible with your women's division booking lately. Fastlane, Charlotte streak ending, Bayley winning with the elbow. I don't have the biggest problem with that, but really, Charlotte, and the fact that Bliss kicked out of said elbow at Payback, a lot of issues with that match. But congrats still to Alexa Bliss. I have respect in her as a performer. Well done. Moving on though, we had the House of Horrors match. Just so good. It started off at the house. Just a few back and forth fights. There were no bugs, which is the one thing I wanted personally. I really don't want to get into this match. I would suggest you all maybe just read about it or watch it. It was just a major downer. But what was really funny was Bray got back into the limo and was being driven back to the arena, and they cut it out and just went to a different match. It's like Extreme Rules 2015 when Ambrose and Harper had their street fight and went cruising around in a truck. And then they just cut to New Day versus Kid and Cesaro. So yeah, they cut to Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. I'm not really surprised Seth won, but Joe's shoulder was not down for that pin. I was really hoping Joe would win though, because that gives him something, and then Seth can end it all at Extreme Rules. But clearly that's not what WWE wanted. It's a shame. I had Seth as my pick, but then I changed it because my idea sounded better. But just as usual, WWE, you don't stick to any of my good ideas, or what cultures apparently. So Seth won, obviously. And then we cut back. Bray Wyatt got to the arena. He did his entrance. He was selling, just getting beat up and everything. Get in the ring, lights go out. Orton's behind him, some chair shots. I wasn't expecting Eric Rowan or anything like that, but a little bit of me was expecting Jinder Mahal. And what do you know? Him and the Bollywood boys showed up and cost Randy Orton the match. Bray Wyatt won. I was very pleased about that. He needs the momentum going into Raw. Orton needs to look weak if he's going to have a feud with Jinder Mahal. No offense, Jinder, because I actually respect you as a performer big time and putting up with all this crap that you've done coming back. Because I hope you all know, I don't think he's on steroids. Come on, he's passed a lot of medical tests, so he's just doing great. He's just doing great. So Bray won. That's the main part, and then the main event: Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Would this just be like WWE Fastlane? Reigns comes up on top again? No. Braun Strowman won clean as a whistle. Roman comes out with a considerable amount of bandages around his shoulder. So Strowman took full advantage of that. It took 2 power slams. He kicked out of the spear too. Braun Strowman pinned Roman Reigns clean and hit him with stairs after and made Roman bleed from his mouth. Ooh, did not look pretty, but thank you WWE for making Braun Strowman something special. I feel proud because I was really getting into him just squashing people every week. I was really hoping WWE would have serious plans for him. Fastlane hurt, but I was expecting it to hurt. And then he didn't win at WrestleMania. But now he beats Roman Reigns clean. Oh man, it was a good feel moment. It was a good feel moment. One final note on the aftermath, the Raw talk. You saw Reigns about to get into an ambulance. Strowman once again, oh, I'm not finished with you, and he misses this time. He goes right through the door and into some boxes. He knows that the audience loves it when he says that. Make it into a t-shirt. Anyway, thank you for watching my review of WWE Payback. The show was better than I thought it would. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Decent show. Decent show. Hope you all enjoy your week. I will see you next time. Feel free to leave in the comments what you'd like me to do because I have some free time on my hands. But we'll see what happens. Always and forever, keep it real. Signing on.